and welcome back to Cuckoo for Books. My name is Salva and today I'm going to be doing a book review on the last book in the Six of Crows duology, Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. Look at me smiling, as if this book didn't rip out my heart and leave it crumbling on the pavement outside, melting in the LA heat. Let's talk about how funny this book looked, and this kind of affected my reading of this, I'm not gonna lie. It's bright red. I just think it looks too cheery. Like, it's such a dark story, and because it's bright red, it doesn't fit. The black pages of the first book went really well with the tone of the story, and that this with the red didn't really match. Also, I took this book to church. A very strange sentence. I took this book to church because sometimes I just like having a book with me, and sometimes before church starts, I read, which again is not probably the most correct thing to do, but it does help with my anxieties. I could not bring this book out because, I mean, it's bright red with red pages. It looks like a Bible from the Church of Satan. I was too afraid that if I pulled it out, they would just yank me by my hair and throw me into the baptismal fountain. There's less of a goal in the novel, which I was kind of iffy about. Like, we know in the first book, they break into the ice court. That's it. That's the plot. This one was kind of vague. Even on the book cover, they take on the city. What do you mean by that? I just didn't know if I liked not knowing where we go next. If it was just not something I was partial to as a reader, or if it was great in terms of storytelling. You would think that the scenes where they're all converging, all six of them, would be some of the most exciting scenes, but I did like the scenes where each of them went their own way more. What I really liked about this duology is the fact that Leigh Bardugo manages to balance backstories and the current events very, very well. She does more in this novel. We learn more of the characters' backstories. We definitely got to know more about Wylan and Jesper and what's her name? Inej. You would think that in the middle of an action scene you wouldn't want to read about something that happened 3 years ago, but the way she executed it was very, very well done. This book also highlighted the fact how much Inej and Kaz were alike. It was hinted at in the first book on how they could be something, but we don't really know, and Kaz wasn't really willing to let his guard down. And the more you read and learn about their backstories in this book, I realized, like, they've been living parallel lives. Both of them went through unimaginable horrors as children. Kaz grew up to inflict those horrors on other people, and Inej just wanted to not. Their choices led them to be who they are, when they really are quite similar in backstory and in history and who they are as people. I didn't expect I could love the characters more in this novel. I did. I couldn't possibly love these six people more. I love you guys more. I do. It's true. Okay, so this isn't a spoiler. I'm not gonna mention at what point in the novel this happened, but I don't curse. That's a lie. That's a big fat lie. A book has never made me curse. In one particular chapter, it has something to do with the Council of Tides, and something happened, and I kid you not, I couldn't control it. Like, the most foul Filipino curse word left my mouth, and afterwards I was like, oh, what a rude child I am. But I couldn't help it. It was just this brilliant stroke of storytelling that I was like, bleep, 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 I can't believe that bleeping happened. And because I have pushed this review as far as it can go without talking about spoilers and specific parts in the novel, let's go all aboard the spoiler train. Choo-choo! If you've read the book, I know what you want me to talk about, and I'm here to say that I'm not gonna talk about that until I see where Nina is. I will not believe unless Leigh Bardugo tells me to my face that what happened happened and that it's not a Jon Snow thing. I'm not gonna talk about Matthias. Quick little sharing of a memory thing, but when I got to meet Leigh Bardugo about, wow, it's almost been 2 years. One of my friends asked her if we were gonna ever see Nikolai again. And she gave a very vague answer, like, maybe, maybe, not maybe, there are a few things. For some reason, after reading Six of Crows, it never occurred to me that the thing she was talking about was having Kaz Brekker and Nikolai meet. And once it happened in the book, I was like, this is brilliant. Why has this never occurred to me? I was like a kid seeing Disneyland for the first time. I was like, I didn't know that this could exist, that Nikolai could talk to Kaz and that Kaz could talk to Nikolai. And again, this book made me curse, this book made me cry, this book made me dig myself deep into the trenches of denial. But one of my favorite scenes was Wylan and Jesper going to St. Hilde's, finding out that his mom was alive, seeing that she painted his face over and over again. Oh man, if there was a scene that I would have loved to see make its way onto film, I think that would have been a beautiful scene to play out. The scene where they were trying to get Boyul Bayur alive and Zoya was like, lightning, please live, please live, please live. And then like 2 pages later when Matthias dies, I'm like, you can take Bo, take him, just give me Matthias back. No, why does Bo get to live? No, kill him, kill him, kill him. No, I don't want him. Zoya, take it all back. I just want Matthias to live. You know that joke, which is such a mean joke? Oh, dear God, we'll give you Justin Bieber if you give us back Michael Jackson, which is, in my opinion, a very mean-spirited joke. But I kind of felt like those people, like, dear Lee, I'll give you Bo back, just give me back Matthias. When they all split up to go their own ways was obviously bittersweet, and at the time, obviously, I was also in denial. It was sad, but at the same time, I kind of appreciate that it wasn't all wrapped up in a happy little bow, because that's real life. Everyone has probably had those things with friends where you don't get a solid goodbye, they just sort of drift, and you don't know what happens. The ending where Kaz gets Inesh her boat, and from down the boat come her parents. If you don't have a heart, and I always thought I didn't have a heart, I might have started tearing up right about then. And that about does it for my Crooked Kingdom review. You can follow me on my other bookish adventures on Twitter and Instagram, both at Cuckoo for Books. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye guys!